Hello everybody, and welcome to the video. Today in chemistry we are going to be learning about atoms, elements and compounds. So what are atoms? Well, atoms are what make everything around you, from the air we breathe, to the ground we walk on, to even you. Yes, you. You are made up of millions upon millions upon millions of these tiny particles. Well, to be precise, the average male contains around about 7 times 10 to the power of 27 atoms in the body. The word atom actually originates from the Greek word atomos, which means uncuttable or undividable. Back in those days, they thought atoms were the smallest things in creation, but as we know in the modern world, they are not. They are actually made up of subatomic particles called protons, neutrons and electrons. If you've ever seen the periodic table, you will know that there are over 100 different elements. But don't worry, you don't have to memorize them all. In a GCSE assessment, they will give you a copy of the periodic table. Otherwise, we would all be disappointments to our parents. But enough about that. Elements are practically substances that cannot be decomposed into simpler substances. So if you take hydrogen, which is an element, you cannot break that hydrogen into a different substance. Elements in the periodic table usually have a symbol, which is usually either the first letter or the first 2 letters in the element's name. And for all you watching this video and thinking, hang on, iron symbol is Fe, but in the word iron there is no F or E. Well, basically, most of the elements in the periodic table originate from their Latin name. So iron in Latin is ferrum, which first 2 letters, F and E. Compounds are practically 2 or more elements that have been chemically bonded to each other. So an example of this would be water, H2O. Hydrogen and oxygen have chemically bonded to give you a compound. But salt and water are not compounds, and that is because they are not chemically bonded. But we will talk about that more in our next chemistry video, where we talk about mixtures. Another example of what isn't a compound that might be mistaken as a compound is gases that travel in pairs. So for an example, O2. O2 is not a compound, even though it's got 2 elements there. They are not different elements. They are the same elements, but they just travel in pairs. Compounds are created during chemical reactions, and these can be detected by a change in energy levels. These can be either heat or light. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learnt something. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell so that you can become the next Einstein. If you want to learn more, please leave a comment and hopefully we can answer that comment. But see you next time.